Well, no trip to the Piemonte wine region is complete without tasting all the famous three Bs. We've tried the Barbera d'Asti.
And that was good.
Yep.
I really
So
like
today we're trying the Barbaresco and the Barolo. So
And where do we do that at? We are in
Barbaresco,
Barbaresco first.
and then we're headed to Barolo next.
So our goal today is to have some tastings of these wines in this region. So let's go see what we can find here in little Barbaresco.
Barbaresco wine is actually 100% Nebbiolo, Nebbiolo grape, and it can be grown only in this area because of all the nutrients in the terroir in the ground. It's a very tannin-y wine, so that's why they have to age it for a number of years before it actually is sold for consumption. That's a difference between Nebbiolo wines that are available from other parts of Piemonte and the one that they have from here. So you'll see that these are typically going to be older vintages.
So we stumbled upon a little cafe here to try some wine. It's not a wine tasting room, but apparently all these little cafes, I
Wine
guess.
bars.
Wine bars. That's what it is. It's a wine bar because there's no food here.
Oh, I'm sure they do, but not yet.
But we're going to try some of our first Barbaresco. All right. Oh, here she comes. Okay, here's my first Barbaresco. I don't taste the tannins that they talk about here. So
Well, they do kind of fade out as the wine
the
ages.
older they are, and that's very true. This is actually really good. Okay, well, this was really a nice little surprise. Apparently, this wine has a high alcohol content because it's starting to hit me a little bit. But she came out with a little tray of meats and cheeses and focaccia bread. So I'm gonna start soaking up this wine a little bit. Because if I was going to do this all day and just have wine, you would lose me in this video here, guys. All right, well, this Barbaresco was really fun, and the wine was superb for a red wine that's supposed to have a lot of tannins. I found it very delicious, quite frankly, and very mild. So let's
Head over to Barolo, which is supposed to have a little bit more tannins even than this.
Okay. We made it to Barolo, and I'm going to tell you something right now. This place is freaking adorable.
Yeah, it's a lot more to it than Barbaresco for sure.
Oh my goodness. So if I have to make a recommendation that you go to Barbaresco or you come here to Barolo, come to Barolo. This is the first impression, right?
Yep.
We saw the castle driving up the road, and this is our first impression. So we're going to stroll around, find some place to have a little lunch and a little Barolo
Yep.
wine. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It's so cute.
I'm sure nobody can tell.
I love it.
In order to produce a Barolo wine, there are a bunch of restrictions. One of them is that the vineyard has to be located within one of 14 communes right here around the town of Barolo. A second one that I just learned about is that the vineyard has to be located on a sun-exposed hillside. It cannot be on the shady side of the hill. And thirdly, it has to be aged for at least 36 months before it's bottled, and half of that must be in oak. So there's a whole bunch of different rules that explain why this wine is so exclusive, and could explain why the price for these is often pretty high.
So on that note, that intrigues me to go try some Barolo. I don't care how much it costs, but we're gonna go find a glass and something to eat. Let's see what we can find. Hey, I have my first glass of Barolo wine. It's the lighter of the several that were offered on this menu. Because it's so hot here, I'd rather have something cold and white, but I gotta try this.
And the waiter said that it's from a winery that's literally one street down the road.
Yeah. He said, so if you don't like it, just go down there and knock on the door, he said. This is very nice. I find it a bit more tanniny than the Barbaresco. That one was really smooth. This one's got a little bit more bite, but it's the lighter of the Barelos, so I can imagine what those other ones, how tannin they might be. But can't let a good wine go to waste, though, so here I go. So you just got a dousing of truffle.
She kept on grading it on.
And this is this dish is called
Carne crudo, which is raw meat.
raw meat with truffle.
Yep. It's good. I like it a lot.
And I have a beautiful little asparagus souffle type of looking thing, and took some of Stain's black truffle to put on top of it. There are no words. I'm getting some fresh shaved truffles.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Black truffle.
Black truffle.
Yes.
Smells wonderful.
Prego.
Grazie.
A voi.
And so my dish, I can't remember what it is.
Tagliolini.
There you go. What Stain said. And it's absolutely fabulous. We love this place. Your food and your wine is magnificent, but not as great as yours.
Thank you very much. Because you are very, very lucky, just for one reason. Because everything that you have eaten before and that you eat now is not made with these hands. Because if I was in the kitchen and if I was the chef, I don't know if you are so happy for your food. Trust me.
Well, our compliments to the chef.
Thank
So cute. And what did you get?
Look at this.
Prego, prego.
And that is... Oh,
Tongue.
gone.
Tongue.
Tongue.
Beef tongue.
Beef tongue.
Very
Okay.
good.
And you got some veggies on there?
Yep.
Yep. All right.
Those of you who haven't tried it, give it a shot. It's good.
Is it good?
Tongue tacos
Uh-huh.
like this. It's really good.
Awesome. Okay, it's about 4 p.m. in the afternoon, and it's just getting hotter and hotter. The hair's got to go up. It's getting sweaty and straight here. But now we're in La Morra.
Correct.
Say it because you say it better than I do.
La Morra.
La Morra. And this apparently, in this area, is the little town you want to go to get your panoramic views.
Yeah. They have a Belvedere here with vistas all around, so we're on the lookout for that one.
Okay, so
We're on the lookout for the lookout.
we're on the lookout for the lookout. Oh, you cracked me up. All right, and we're also on the lookout for a gelato. So maybe we can find the gelato.
Mostly her.
Maybe we can find the gelato and cool us down as we look for the lookout. So up we go. right?
Yes. Well, we found the lookout. This nice square with views everywhere.
Wow. So here in the Piemonte region of Italy, it's known for the 1,000 hilltop towns. And when you look at this panoramic, oh, church bells. I love church bells. Okay. All right. So from this viewpoint in La Morra, you can see how Piemonte gets this name, region of 1,000 hilltop towns, because when you look at this panoramic view, you can see several of those, and you will have seen views from the place we're staying, also in
Damiano
d'Asti.
Yep.
Thank you, honey. There's just so many of these little hilltop towns throughout this Piemonte region, and it's just absolutely breathtaking. So all the green you see here as well are vineyards. Nothing but vineyards here in the Barolo, Barbaresco part of the Piemonte. Absolutely breathtaking. I'm ready for some gelato.
Yeah, it's warm.
It's not warm. It's hot. All right, let's see if we can find. Might be a challenge at almost 4:15 in the afternoon, because Italy is very famously known for shutting everything down from about 3 to 6 in the evening or so.
Yeah.
Before dinner
Restaurants
starts again.
close until probably
Yeah.
7:30 in most places.
So we're hoping the gelateria
Yep.
is open. Andiamo.
We got a winner here.
Ooh, gelato.
I'll do the Debbie.
Success. Okay, you got the Coppa Mitia with the stracciatella and the vanilla cream. And mine is Nebbiolo with Moscato. Nebbiolo is hazelnuts, which is very popular in this region of Italy. Mangia mangia.
How was that ice cream?
That was perfect. That just cooled me right down. But I think sitting in the shade here kind of helps as well. But I have this fabulous view of the valley down there, and it's just magical. I love it. Can I just sit here all day?
You could. I'll come pick you up later.
Okay. It's been an absolute fabulous day visiting these 3 places. Barbaresco first, we visited.
Yep.
Very cute. But when we got to Barolo, top notch. Way up here for me. But that wine, the Barolo wine, was a bit more too tanniny for me.
Yep.
And I did prefer the Barbaresco. And here in La Morra is just known for the highest point in the...
Yeah, I got the best views. And they also grow the vines here that produce the Barolo. So it's one of those 12 communities where they're allowed to produce Barolo, even though it's not in the town of Barolo.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Tomorrow,
We're leaving this place.
yep, tomorrow we're on our way. So that means we got to do the whole Tetris activity to fill our car again. And there's a car behind
There's
us.
a car behind us. These little streets, they don't, you walk in and you drive.
Yep, you don't get a lot of room.
No, that's the fun thing about Italia.
All right,
So-
ciao.
Well, no.
No?
No, because we want to tell you where we're going tomorrow.
Oh,
Tomorrow we are headed to Lake Garda, and we're going to visit Stain's sister and her family for a day. We're going to do some paddle boarding. So thank you so much for joining us today on our little wine tour of part of the section of the Piemonte region.
and we'll be back with more adventures.
Yeah, I guess so. In the Dolomites.
That's right.
That's
Dolomiti after Lake Garda, and
Yeah.
that will be very exciting.
That's where you'll see us next. All right.
See ya.
Ciao, Bella.
Ciao.